How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
Hey Keelan, how's it going, dude? I'm just making a few edits real quick on the panels down below, so links to a proper Discord. The old one was a bit old. How you been, mate?
Welcome to Biomutant.
Make some quick edits as well, quickly, before we jump in. Oh, fair play. What business did you open, Keelan? I haven't been in Discord enough to, if you've been commenting about that in there. Fair enough. I don't drink alcohol, so I can't say I'd appreciate that one. But that's fair play, mate.
Encode your DNA.
That's going to take some commitment. Oh god. Why's there going to be so many options? Strength and vitality. It's got better chances than the bottom.
Define your genetic structure.
There's got so much options. I'm more of a... I would have happily had agility and vitality, but you can't. Might do the trick.
Choose a genetic resilience.
See what happens. We'll keep our average.
Choose your first style.
That looks so ugly. Jesus.
Pick your main color. Choose your detail color.
That was decent.
Pick a
I'm not really big into
class.
character customization. Fuck. As soon as I say that, they give you more options. Why?
Mercenary.
The twin silver grip from melee dual wield skill. Equip 2 different one-handed melee weapons to dual wield them. And fear melee weapons attacks inflict 10% more damage to the target.
Deadeye.
Bit of a sharp shot Deadeye with a perfect reload chance. Increases damage.
Commando.
Not bad. Full assault class with ranged weapon attacks inflict 10% more damage.
Psyfreak.
I don't like psychic characters. I'm not going to comment on that one. Saboteur is another melee dual wield character. and hyper-energetic, which your dodge energy cost is reduced by 20%. That's not too bad. I quite like that.
Sentinel.
Or Sentinel, which has an increase in base. Yeah, it's like with Monster Hunter World and that, you were able to customize your character quite a lot in that. So much so that my mate actually managed to make Geralt before Geralt was added to the game. But for me, I'm like, yeah, but I just want to play.
Saboteur.
So I think I'm gonna go with the Saboteur and go from there. It's either that one or the Mercenary. But as somebody who I'm gonna run a Mercenary and we'll see what happens. I think.
The command site Saboteur. Mercenary. Saboteur. Mercenary.
Yeah, I've got more luck as well, see, as a Saboteur.
Mercenary. Saboteur.
Like 1%.
Sentinel. Cypher. Commando. Dead. Mercenary. Dead. Saboteur. Saboteur.
Yeah, we're gonna go Saboteur. He looks the best signal for this character design as well, surprisingly. And also has a gun, so that should be quite interesting.
Saboteur chosen.
So Saboteur. In French.
Good choice.
But was it though, game? Was it really a good choice?
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice, or simply stop living.
Can I stop living? Is that a choice?
But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Why? Or why is it even more choices? Oh no. Dark red is in strength and power, or color me light blue for freedom and loyalty. I'm more of the freedom style, and the Saboteur kind of really makes sense for that.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
If the dark side has
That's
got...
right. Light is only for those having difficulty seeing what's in front of them. Sticking to the me first path is the only way we'll be going places.
See, the voice actor for the left side is a better choice, in my opinion.
I'm surprised at the change of heart. I believe in putting yourself aside to help others, but helping the dark side is not that, you know.
You can't fight who you really are. The blood is obviously running red in our veins.
You're trying to keep us in the dark here, but you know it's blue blood in our veins and what it means. We have responsibilities. You can't fight the truth.
What the fuck? My aura is somewhat light. How did my aura go somewhat light from that? I just seen the darkness just slash me.
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
You know. Have you started yet? Yeah. Okay. I thought I'd ask before I
jump in. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the Predator only grew stronger.
Yeah, the game looks really nice, to be fair. The fur detail is looking really in depth as well, so it's quite nice. Oh, hey, Javi. Javi almost got me killed straight away. First impression seems okay. Pow, 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 pow. Saboteur. Really? But did you pick the light side or the dark side? I clicked on the light side first. Just as you do. Yeah. And then you went to the right. Why? Of course you would pick the
This
same.
is not the time nor place to end this story.
I'm liking the jumping around shooting. Can you kill the predator at the beginning or no? Yeah. I don't want to waste too much time if we can't, but... I mean, it is part of the cutscene, so... At the intro cutscene that I've done. But yeah, overall it looks quite nice to begin with. And I don't know if it's a heist. The movement doesn't seem too bad, but it did increase my
This time,
my
it was
sensitivity
best
as well
to
by
run
quite a
and
bit.
live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
So we got brass knuckles, really?
The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die. Flash the slash.
Why did it just say brass or slash?
Misery.
Oh god, it's one of these type of games where he's just gonna comment over everything you do, isn't he? Just like when you hit the combo, it's like misery. Collect anything from these? No. Apparently as well, the loading times on this is slower on the PlayStation than it is on the Xbox. They're trying to say, well, so much for the PS5, and it's like everybody's like, well, it's not the PS5 version. What do you expect? Ooh. feels so small though. I mean, I know we're a little creature, like, but energy pack. You have found pills. Bug.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
See that quite a lot of enemies have weaknesses as well already.
Cutting edge.
Some nice jumping combos too. That took something.
You're fading.
Every bomb we've been hit by. Typical. I mean, the pistols seem to be more powerful than the melee attacks, don't they, with the Saboteur? By quite a bit. God, quite a lot of mini collectibles on it. I'm assuming we can't swim. What if it's made you chuckle? So how much have you played? Just past the tutorial or? Yeah. Why did the game stop? I understood that there's an enemy which, you know, has a shield in front of me. Why did it tell me to stop? Ooh.
That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, quite a fair few combo mechanics too in there. Ticketing. I look so ugly as well, by the way. Like, and I mean, like, my character just looks ill more than anything. I look like more like a ferret type deal, like a very ill ferret. It increased the strength.
Feeling buff.
I don't know how to explain what this was. Do the ranged. Circle, square, out. Oh, god damn. I'm gonna forget all of these combos. God, this is gonna be interesting. Can already tell I'm gonna do terrible about this in the long run. Spend 450 leaves for a jacket? Or is that what the value to? Yeah, that's what the value that is. 400 and 300. I never want to see a naked ferret again. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Newton, but the crane dance on this character seems pretty cool.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
Ooh, a crowbar. That moment, right, where you link this, you tried to say to yourself, okay, if I link this with Horizon Zero Dawn, this is what was happening in between the many years of robots taking over and that.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
The claw bar. Not the crowbar, but the claw bar.
Whoa. It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
I wish you could dodge in the air, though. I feel like that would be... I mean, I know it won't be as realistic as a mutant, but I feel like dodging in the air is just more
produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed
enjoyable,
under
dude.
distress. Blobs
Keep them pulling in the
cellular
45 bits
coding
again.
strands
Jesus.
of any living
Shouldn't be
being
doing
when
that, mate.
absorbed,
No need.
including you.
Okay, good thing to know there, Newton. Enemies can cancel you out of combo attacks. So you know when you counter and you throw the enemy up in the air and that, like, or when you just go to start it, they can just hit you out of it to cancel it. That one where that is a chest over there. I thought it was. I knew there was going to be secrets. I was about to say then, like, when you're looking around for secrets immediately as the game begins. I was like, no, that is a chest. Good.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Great. Now we gotta play a puzzle game. Oh no. Shit. I almost fucked it up straight away as well, by the way.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
I almost messed up when I looked at it first. If I was going to be like, oh, line them up, but nope.
There
It
are
is line
few
them up,
records
but
of the
slightly different.
chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago. But it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
There we go.
The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt.
Let's touch box.
It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go.
The moment when you look at a puzzle and go, I'm an engineer, I could do this.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
Don't tell me you're after the wheeled one, Nathan.
Swoon.
Please tell me you didn't laugh at the wheeled one.
Hey, nice shot. Put an end to him. Shot.
Real one, stop running me over though. Oh no, we meant to be on the same side here.
Chop it up. What a blow. The deep cut. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed.
I feel like I'm listening to a Stanley parable.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the Unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
Was that your stomach now?
After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between the families erupted, and over time, the disciples turned against each other.
Your stomach's grumbling for me, don't have any yet.
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
At least the old outside world was very vibrant.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree. Oh, it'll need a continuous flux of ki over the 2012 months to come, so...
Over the 2012 months,
countless,
really?
he'd say. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree. Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did good here today. That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity, and the only one strong enough to keep the 6 Wang Fu disciples disciplined. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxinol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eaters' DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route.
Newton, these
Nocco
branching
has
paths
tamed
are
the
making me
Midget
think of Far
and is
Cry.
preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide. A
Far Cry
machine
New
able to
Lands, where you
ride
had
the
to
waves of the
go
surf
and
all
save
the way
X
out to the
people
Porky Puff at
and a
the
dog.
end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. He claims names have power, so he gave them these names to weaken them. For him, the Porky Puff is particularly personal. It was that carnivorous beast that took his leg. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and
No,
the
isn't
rope
it?
looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
Ah. The big one.
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
Okay. So, I'm going for light. What are you doing?
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions.
It's probably because like you're willing to help people already, like because you want to play the game, like.
He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
Yeah. Later on, I'm just gonna kill everything, just deplete
That's a
it.
spark of light in you!
I love the reaction. Oh, there's a spark of light in you. Too much already?
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
I mean,
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
I can't believe how much these spirits just like slapping each other about. Action camera zooms. I
There's
point on
Out of
lock.
Date again. He must have missed something important.
No, he's just rolling around.
Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Pa, wherefore, where?
Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side.
Tolu ketan. Ya wawan away. Yeah, move for boom.
He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part.
Kim hobe bekuko hifar muk.
He can sense you share Myriad's view on the world. The Myriad would embrace someone willing to fight against the tyranny of the Jagni.
Ewe boboye kujai hifar befar.
Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.